Hey, Sun here. I'm a privacy and security researcher, and you're watching The Privacy Guides. Twitter is fined $150 million in privacy settlement. So Twitter, when we were asked to supply our phone number for security reasons, well, it ends up that Twitter was using that to essentially target us with more ads. They were using that sensitive piece of information that we were asked to supply for security reasons to target us. Now, in another life, I was working in analytics, which is ironic, but essentially what we wanted to do is to cross-reference different data sets. So obviously Twitter, if you're logged in, knows that you're using Twitter on your desktop and on your mobile device. They know this because we're consenting by logging in. What they don't know is this stuff that's happening on Twitter. How can they correlate this with stuff that's happening on other platforms? Well, that's where data brokers come in, and they're really the enemy here. Data brokers have access to a whole bunch of different data sets, and what they really want to do is to correlate them together. And guess what? They use phone numbers for this. It's just, they just want to track us throughout the internet, and that's why a lot of those people are asking us for phone numbers. What can you do about this? Well, first things first. 2FA, that security thing that they're mentioning is really important. I wouldn't avoid 2FA. When possible, I would use time-based two-factor authentication, TOTP. That is those 6-digit things. You need an extra app for this. There's episodes on Privacy Guides about it. I'll link to them in the description. There's also FIDO in the more enterprise world. That's using a YubiKey or another device for 2FA. That's also a great alternative. SMS two-factor authentication is crap. I have clients that had their identities stolen on different platforms because an attacker was able to call their mobile carrier and have them swap to another SIM. A SIM port hack or SIM swap, I'm not sure if that's the exact word, but essentially SMS 2FA is crap, so why even bother with that? So essentially, if you can avoid providing your phone number, that's great. If you have to provide a phone number, and an example of this is Signal, which is not there to target us with ads, but sometimes we want to have a separate phone identity. We don't want to use our main phone number, or we want to use separate phone numbers to compartmentalize different vendors. Well, it's possible to do this with voice over IP. Twilio is a provider that can sell you a really cheap number called a DID. I'll link to an episode in the description on how to do this. So I hope that was insightful. Shame on you, Twitter. That said, we have to expect that this kind of stuff is happening. So we just have to be really careful of what we provide. I'm on Twitter, you should follow me, but you should be very careful what you provide Twitter when it comes to your sensitive information. Take care, bye.